So one of the schemes of the enemy is to get you to defile yourself, but not just any type of, like sin. The enemy wants you to commit sins that are so great, or he wants you to defile yourself in a way that the world views as completely unforgivable. The enemy wants you to commit murder. He wants you to look at child pornography. He wants you to molest those children. He wants you to rape people, because the enemy knows that if you do those things, that there's certain things that you'll do, like human sacrifice, that you will feel like the blood of Jesus cannot be for you. That you will feel like there's no way that a good God would forgive someone who has done something as horrendous and horrific as this. Let me tell you something. You don't have to understand his forgiveness. But if you've done any of those things, anything worse than that, anything that you feel is less than that, that forgiveness is still for you. You don't get to choose who God does and does not forgive. His ways are not our ways. His thoughts are not our thoughts. He is so far above the way that we think, the way that we view things, that he doesn't ask our input on who can and cannot be forgiven. Guys, let me tell you something. It doesn't matter how far you have gone. It doesn't matter if you've abandoned your family to pursue a life of prostitution and drug use or alcohol abuse. If you are the man who beat your wife, or if you're the husband who has cheated on his wife and went and started another family, or if you're the wife who's abandoned her kids for some man, whatever it is, if you even sold your children for drugs, and I know that this sounds crazy, guys, I am not advocating that those things are okay, because they're not. But let me tell you something. The enemy wants to get you in a place where you feel so low and worthless that you never turn to God or you take your life, okay? He wants you to stay in bondage, but Christ has come so we can have life and life more abundantly. That's not just for believers, okay? The minute you accept Jesus Christ, he wants to take all of that shame, all of that condemnation, bottle up like this and throw it in hell, okay? He doesn't want you to walk in that. And so if you feel like you have ever gone too far for God to reach you, I promise you, you haven't. And every believer can attest to the fact that there are things that we have done or things that we have thought that we think have disqualified us from the goodness of God. Because why would a good God love someone as wicked and evil as me? And I don't understand it completely, but I'm telling you that he does. And so, guys, don't allow the enemy to have rule, reign, and dominion in your life by making you think that you are unforgivable. When Christ died on the cross, listen to me, he also died for you. It doesn't matter what you've done. You are not unforgivable. It doesn't matter what your mama did, what your daddy said. It doesn't matter who didn't love you. The Father loves what he created so much that he sent his son to die for it. Understand, God himself took on the form of a human and died so that you could live, okay? God's plan, whether you believe it or not, is for you to spend eternity with him. All you have to do is accept his son. And I know that you feel like you deserve to go to hell, but you don't. Listen to me. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. It doesn't matter if the other people don't forgive you. God will forgive you. And restoration is possible, but you have to turn from your sin. And I know that that may not be an easy thing to do, but if you give your life to him, if you surrender your life to him, then he will take whatever mess you're in and he can make it beautiful. You cannot do that, okay? You have to submit and surrender yourself to him and watch the way that God will change you, okay? You are forgivable. You are redeemable. You are not too far gone. Don't believe the lie of the enemy, okay? Listen to me. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Oh, by the way, my name is Erica Parnell. And if you enjoyed this message, share it. Not so I can be glorified. People can say, oh, this is such a word. I don't care about that. I want everybody who feels like they're unforgivable to hear this and receive what it is that the Lord has put in my heart, that you can be forgiven, okay? So like it, share it, comment, do all the little internet things that people do. Yeah, y'all have a good one.